takes the stage. And when I say Chris takes the stage, he takes the stage. Chris grabs the stage by its giant nuts and he just squeezes them. He squeezes out every ounce of juice from the stage and just showers you with all of that juice. I've seen it happen. People have left here drenched. I've told people to bring a trench coat when Chris is here. It can happen. But before Chris, we're going to change dynamics. Someone who is also a musician but did not bring an instrument today.
That's okay.
Except his voice.
Oh wait, Amy, sorry.
I mean, yes, you were also Chris. Not everything is about you, Chris. I'm talking about someone else. A little bit conceited much? Sheesh.
Oh, God.
Tommy, I think you built up his self-esteem too high. We gotta take him down a notch. Chris. I'm being really embarrassed.
He's fucking with you.
Tommy started.
Leave Chris alone! Leave Chris alone! Leave Chris alone!
Okay, Chris, but first is someone else, not named Chris, that is also a musician and a father. I know, those two people could be the exact same people. I know I'm speaking. It sounds like it could be you. No. This person's wearing a hat. Are you wearing a hat?
No.
This person's holding a binder. Are you holding a binder?
No.
Okay, so just pipe it down. Just simmer down.
I mean, is that really a hat?
Is it, I don't know, what counts? Does it count as a hat? Beanie? I mean, a beanie puts on your head. Anything on your head counts as a hat. I would assume.
No.
Chris is absolutely mortified. This is spectacular. And if you put your hood on, Chris, it does not count as a hat. Okay. I'm just doing this because Inyan's time was cut short last time by a random flasher in the crowd. I mean, when I say who's flashed, he was flashed.
I'll flash.
He was up here speaking and he saw someone flash him and it was not me. That's right, someone in the crowd flashed Inyan. And he stopped in the middle and was like, thank you, that's my time. And he walked off stage and I looked at him and I'm like, dude, you got like 3 minutes left, what's going on? And he's like, you flashed me. I'm like, no. Inyan, you would know if I flashed you, just saying. I also sit in the front, so if you don't see me with my phone, why would you think I flashed you? Don't know. But anyway, so we're gonna give him some time tonight to make up for this. And Ruben, if your phone comes out, I will break it. If you flash anyone else,
What if my dick comes out?
that's okay. No one's gonna look at it. No one's gonna look at it. There's like 400 other dicks here that are probably just as good or better.
You never know.
You never know. I mean, we all know yours is medium, so
Hey, medium rare.
medium rare. That sounds like a raw dog. I don't know if I want that. Okay, we're gonna let Inyan take the stage because I love Inyan. Let's hear it for our favorite immigrant comedian, Inyan. Yes, come take the stage. And if you want to talk about Chris the whole time, that's totally fine. But you don't have to just because Tommy did.
This is honestly torture.
I have one thing to say. Chris Ferdinandson matters.
Thank you.
And what can I say about Ruben that hasn't been said before? Guys, I got a few ideas. I wanna just run it by you guys to see if it's worth memorizing in the future. Do you know who the best people are to learn English from? Alcoholics and addicts, because they repeat what they say over and over again. So the first time around you don't understand it, but by the 5th time they tell you the same story, you're like, oh, I think I get this. We're talking about golf now. it's always an indication for me now. I can speak English well. If that happens, if I find myself in a place where the same person tells the same story for the third time, and the listener is listening to the same story for the third time with the same amount of enthusiasm, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. It's boring. I've been to the circus before. Okay, that one worked. Awesome. I will memorize that. Oh, this one. So, if I were a prostitute, on occasion, I'd give away freebies. Now I want you guys to think about that joke with my utmost narcissism involved. In that joke, I'm not a male prostitute, I'm a female prostitute. So I have a pussy. I have a lot of power. A lot of power. And I'm gorgeous. I am stunning in that joke. Okay? Oh, because I love fucking. I love fucking. That would, man, if I had pussy and if I was hot, that would take me to adventure and to another. I'd be adventure hopping. I think that's what I would do. I think that's what I would do. Adventure hopper Engin. The prostitute.
Female prostitute.
I like a female and a hot, gorgeous. Okay, that one worked too. All right, this is where I'm going to start bombing now.
Yeah!
Did anyone have some sort of a silver lining during the pandemic?
No people.
No people, that was your silver lining?
It was very like classical. No one would everyone would respect each other.
It was calm.
Yeah, people.
Obviously, you weren't on social media. Well, my silver lining to the pandemic was we were no longer afraid of Muslims. We were trending during 9/11 era, but then we lost popularity with the pandemic. 3 out of 3. All right. I thought tonight was going to go well. I don't know if you guys remember, I have this joke where I talk about during the pandemic it became more prominent, but we're very quick to tell each other to shut the fuck up, right? Like, we disagree with somebody and we're like, shut the fuck up, you shut the fuck up, no, you shut the fuck up. And I always ask people, like, do you know why is it so easy to tell somebody to shut the fuck up in this country? And the answer to that question is, because nothing happens to you in this country when you tell someone to shut the fuck up. However, there are groups of people who do not like to be told to shut the fuck up when they're full of shit. And they hide behind their identity and labels. Imagine this. Somebody tells me to shut the fuck up, and I go, you're doing that because I'm Turkish, right? You're doing that because I'm a minority, right? See that? See what I'm saying? See, does that make sense? And apply that to all the little fucking labels where people go, well, you can't do that to me. Well, you're full of shit. But I'm autistic. Where'd you learn that? I read about it. You should read about it too. I'm like, that's not how fucking that thing works. Somebody needs to sit you down, test you, and determine that you're autistic. You can't just read about it and put the label on your forehead and step outside. You're a fucking waste of time. All right, you know. What else? Woo. I am not going to shit on Chris Ferdinandson. I refuse to do that.
Do it.
I can't. It's not my.
Say what you saw on New Year's Eve.
See, I Like, a mess is an understatement to what I witnessed on Wednesday. Before 1 a.m., Chris Ferdinand was hugging the porcelain. Dry heaving. Like I said, disappointed was an understatement.
What?
I expected a little bit more energy. I expected a little bit more energy after 1 a.m. You were done.
I don't know. I was up again. Do you remember?
Now, your boot, listen, this is what your boot and rally goes. This is what you call partying. Party on it. Party on. You were spot on. That's what that looked like. Tommy talked about depression. You know, we're all depressed and whatnot. That was, that's the general statement. Everybody's just giving some ideas about how to cure your depression, this and that. My problem is being surrounded by depressed people. Fucking go to work. Go to work. Fucking leave the house. Get the fuck out. Of course you're gonna be just crazy. I sit in my office for like tops half an hour on my own without anything playing or no screen. I start speaking to myself. I start having the conversations that I wanted to have but I didn't have. I'll tell you guys this one. I was working for the corporate, and then they gathered us, like 200 of us, at the sales meeting to this fucking dingy little room to give us a clinic about how to pitch an idea in 15 seconds. And all these like swooped, faux hawk wearing, faggoty looking dudes in their suits, they were just like pointing fingers at you, being energetic and telling you how you can pitch an idea and close the sale in 15 seconds. And then he just called me out of nowhere. Hey, do this. And of course I choked. Because I have to reboot before I speak English. When I choked, the entire room laughed. 199 people laughed at me. It hurt. And then I raised my hand and I said, this clinic's title is how to pitch an idea in 15 seconds, correct? They said yes. I said, how come you guys been on the stage for the past fucking 45 minutes? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lindy Michelle. Have a wonderful evening.
Well, Amy, we should talk about Chris Ferdinand some more.